Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening,
Yes,
everyone.
ma'am.
How are you all?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Are you all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. All right. So, talking about the homework, did you people have any difficulty in doing the homework? Any question that you did not understand or anything? Hmm? The homework was easy, right? Say, students, did you face any difficulty? Yes or no? I can't hear you. Did you people do the homework?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Did you face any difficulty?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good.
No.
All right, switch on your video, students. Switch on your videos. And also tell me, where did we, like, up till where have we done in the class?
Ma'am, till nucleus.
And
After
then-
nucleus.
Yeah, nucleus has been done, isn't it? Today we
Yes,
have to do the
Yes,
difference
ma'am.
between eukaryotic and a prokaryotic cell, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, switch on your video, students. Okay, very good. All right. So up until now, we had discussed the nucleus, the components of the nuclear membrane, and the organisms that have the nuclear membrane or not. Now we'll see in depth about the differences between a eukaryotic and a prokaryotic cell. Now, first of all, the prokaryotic cell as compared to the eukaryotic cells, they are very small in size. Okay, and eukaryotic ones are generally larger in size. Now, 1 to 10 micrometer is the size for prokaryotic cell, whereas 5 to 100 micrometer is for eukaryotic cell. Now, the nuclear membrane is absent in the case of prokaryotic cells and it is present in the case of eukaryotic cells. Now, single chromosome is present and that chromosome is naked. Naked meaning they lie just present in the cell. They do not have anything separating them from the components of the cell. Now, more than one chromosomes are present in the case of the eukaryotes. Membrane-bound organelles are absent in the case of prokaryotes and it is present in the case of eukaryotic cells. So, these are the differences that are there in between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cell. Now we'll move on to the next component of the cell, that is the cytoplasm. Now talking about the cytoplasm, now this is the part of the cell that contains the least, it takes up the least amount of stain. Just like how chromosomes and nucleus takes up a lot of stain and they are densely stained, but the cytoplasm is very lightly stained. Now it is the lightly stained area of the cell when viewed under the microscope. So if we want to visualize which part of the cell is cytoplasm, so we'll see that, okay, any part that is lightly stained is the cytoplasm. Now, it is a fluid present inside the plasma membrane. It is a fluid-like substance which is there in the plasma membrane. The nucleus and the cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Every single cell organelle and everything, it is present in the cytoplasm. And cytoplasm is the site, or you can say the arena of all the cellular activities, meaning all the activities of the cell, it takes place in the cytoplasm area only. Why? Because all of the organelles, such as the mitochondria, the endoplasmic reticulum, and all of the organelles are present in the cell's cytoplasm. So that is why it is the arena for all the cellular activity, meaning the activities of the cell, it takes place in the cytoplasm. Now talking about the cell organelles. Up until cytoplasm, is everything clear to you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Now we'll talk about the cell organelles. Now, as I said that this particular, you can say, cytoplasm or that part of the cell which contains all the cell organelles. Now, cell organelles, they are just organelles means little organs. Okay, organelles. Now, some of the most important organelles are mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, plastids that are present only in plants, and then there are lysosomes. Now, what is the use of cell organelle? So, they are responsible for carrying out crucial functions of the cell. So, since just like how, for example, there is a team, right? In a team or for a group project. Okay, when people get assigned into a group project, what does happen? Like some people take the responsibility for decoration. Some take the responsibility for data collection. Isn't it? Everyone performs something to do. Not like the normal case group project wherein only one student does the work and everybody gets the name written in it. Not like that. But if we see a very honest group project, so in that what happens? One person will be like, okay, I will be decorating the file. One person would say, I'll do the calligraphy part. Someone will gather the data from books and stuff. So we see that we divide work, right? Every person has different work to do. Same way, inside a cell, every single organelle has their own function to perform, own work to do. Okay, that is why the cell organelles are present. Now, the first cell organelle that we are going to talk about is the endoplasmic reticulum, that is the ER. Endo means inside, plasmic is referring to the plasma, and reticulum means a net-like structure. So, a net-like structure is present in the plasma and we call it as endoplasmic reticulum. It is a large network of membrane-bound tubes and sheath. Now, this is also membrane-bound. So, if the endoplasmic reticulum is membrane-bound, will it be present in prokaryotes?
No, ma'am.
No, it won't be present in prokaryotes. Very good. Now, they are round, they can be long or they can be oblong. So, their shape can vary from cell to cell. Now, the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, it is almost similar to the plasma membrane. Okay, it is almost similar to the plasma membrane. Now, the endoplasmic reticulum can be of two types. One is smooth endoplasmic reticulum and one is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, this smooth and rough is with respect to the appearance. How does it appear to us when we see it? So, talking about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, this gives a smooth appearance. And if anything is rough, you feel it, right? When it is rough. So, the rough endoplasmic reticulum gives a rough appearance. Now, why is the rough endoplasmic reticulum called as the rough? Because it contains the ribosomes on it. Okay, just imagine if a thing is like this, okay, and it contains multiple structures like this. So if you see it, you would find that it looks rough, right? If you compare it with this, isn't it? So because of the presence of ribosomes, the rough endoplasmic reticulum are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they do not have any ribosomes present on them. Now, talking about the ribosome, wherever and whenever possible, what is the function of ribosome? So, the function of ribosome is protein synthesis. It synthesizes proteins. It makes proteins.
It also carries out RNA.
It also carries out
RNA, ribonucleic
RNA.
acid.
Ribosomes. No. See, what happens is that when on an mRNA, many ribosomes are arranged like this. Okay. When many ribosomes are present on an mRNA, that is messenger RNA like this, then we call it as polysome. So they are present on RNA like such, but they do not synthesize RNA. Okay, they synthesize proteins. Now, so if the rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on it, so it means that the rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes proteins. Talking about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, so what is the function? It helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipid molecules. It synthesizes fats. It does not synthesize protein because it does not have ribosomes present on it. It rather synthesizes the fat. Now, what is the function of ER, endoplasmic reticulum in general? So the main function of the endoplasmic reticulum is the packaging and transportation of substances that have to be transported in the cell. So packaging and transportation are the two functions of the endoplasmic reticulum in general. Now talking about a phenomena that is known as membrane biogenesis. Now it is the formation of cell membrane with the help of proteins and lipids, because we know that the cell membrane is made up of proteins and lipids, isn't it? In a lipid bilayer, there are proteins present. So the formation of this cell membrane is known as membrane biogenesis, the formation of the cell membrane. Now, what are the functions of the ER apart from the packaging and transportation? So transportation of cellular materials between cytoplasm and the nucleus. It functions as the cytoplasmic framework, and it also provides the surface for biochemical activity. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum also detoxifies of poisons and drugs. Like the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, apart from synthesizing fats and lipids, is detoxification. Okay, detoxification. It means that any poisonous things or any, you can say, unnecessary things that are present in the cell that get detoxified in the case of invertebrates, like the higher organisms, because of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so RER, SER, and in general, ER is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we'll move on to the next cell organelle, that is Golgi apparatus. Now, Golgi apparatus is named as such because of the person who found it was Camillo Golgi, his name. So this cell organelle is named after that person. Now, it is a membrane-bound organelle, and in it, like in the Golgi apparatus, there are many cisternae present. Cisternae are infoldings that are present. Talking about the infolding. Talking about the functions of the Golgi apparatus, so what it does is that it packages and dispatches the product synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum to the targeted site. Now, when we were discussing about the function of ER, we see that it transports the stuff that are needed. Now, this stuff that is actually synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum, it will get packaged and dispatched by the Golgi apparatus. So imagine Golgi apparatus like FedEx, like a FedEx. It does that work only. It packages, put it in a proper nice packaging, and then it dispatches it to wherever it is required. Apart from that, it does the process of storage, modification, packaging. The Golgi apparatus, they are also responsible for the formation of simple sugars from complex sugars. They are responsible for the formation of lysosomes. This one cell organelle that we saw at the end of it here, this lysosome is actually synthesized by the Golgi apparatus. So it synthesizes another cell organelle. Now moving forward, talking about the mitochondria. Now everyone knows, and it is so common, this particular line. Every single person knows. Now the people who have left the field of biology, even they remember that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It is a known fact by everyone. Now why is it known as the powerhouse of the cell? Because it synthesizes ATP. And ATP is adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy currency of our cell. So the energy currency of a cell is ATP. Now mitochondria, it is a double membrane structure. It has two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. Now what is the shape of mitochondria? Usually it is rod shape or it is sausage shape.
Ma'am, a sausage shape. Ma'am, sausage shape.
Yes, it is rod shape or it can be sausage shape. Okay, I've written here. Now, talking about The outer membrane, see the outer membrane has nothing, you can say no extension, so it is a continuous outer membrane. But the inner membrane is folded and it has multiple folds, and these folds are known as cristae. And why they are there? So as to increase the surface area for ATP production, so that there will be more and more surface area for the formation of ATP. So the outer membrane, I'll write that. So outer membrane is continuous, whereas the inner membrane has folds in it to increase the surface area for ATP production. Now the outer membrane is porous. It has pores present, and why? So that it can facilitate the process of diffusion. What is diffusion, students?
Intermixing of particles.
Intermixing of particles. Apart from that, you can also say that it is the movement of particles,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it?
From high concentration to lower concentration.
Very good. Exactly. Now, all the energy is provided by the mitochondria. See, in our cell, whenever an energy requiring process is there, okay, that energy is given to it by the mitochondria only. And apart from that, remember one very important point about mitochondria is that mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosome. Just like how cell has its own DNA and cell has the ribosome, same way mitochondria contains its own DNA and its own ribosomes. And this thing happens for chloroplast also. Chloroplast also contains its own DNA and own ribosome. And because of this reason, they are known as semi-autonomous. Mitochondria and chloroplast, they are known as semi-autonomous. Why? It's because they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Any doubts about mitochondria, students?
Ma'am, is mitochondria respiratory cell organelle?
What?
Ma'am, is mitochondria respiring for the cell?
Respiring? No, it does not does any respiration process, but one kind of respiration does take place because of ATP, that is aerobic respiration. The respiration that happens in the presence of oxygen. And here respiration doesn't mean breathing. It doesn't mean exchange of gases. Here respiration means the breakdown of substances to release energy. So we can write one more point about that aerobic respiration takes place in mitochondria. Okay. Again, this is a little higher level for like whatever you people have to study, but it's good to have a little bit extra knowledge, isn't it? So aerobic respiration happens in mitochondria. Now we'll move on to plastids. Now remember that plastids are also double membrane structures, but they are absent in animals. All the plants and algae contain the plastids. Now plastids are of two types. Chromoplast, leucoplast. Actually, there are three types, but the chromoplast only. Now see, the chromoplast and leucoplast. Now, chromoplasts are the ones that are colored. So the colored plastids, they are known as chromoplasts, and the plastids that are colorless, they are known as leucoplasts. Now, the chromoplast which contains the green color pigment are known as the chloroplast. And they contain, what is the name of the pigment? So it is chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll containing chromoplast are known as chloroplast. And we know that chloroplast is very important for photosynthesis, because chlorophyll is important for photosynthesis. Do you know why chlorophyll is so important for photosynthesis? Like, what does it do? We have learned this from such a younger class that for photosynthesis, light is required and chlorophyll is required along with carbon dioxide and water. What does chlorophyll do? Any idea?
Ma'am, chlorophyll absorbs the sun rays and converts them into sweet carbohydrates or cellulose.
No, it does not convert, but very good that chlorophyll, it absorbs the light energy or the sunlight that is coming, That light is made available to the plants because of chlorophyll. It absorbs the light. That is why it is very important for photosynthesis. Now, apart from the green color pigment chlorophyll, there are other pigments present in the chloroplast, such as the orange pigment is there, yellow pigment is there. Now, orange pigment is known as carotenoid, whereas the yellow pigment is known as xanthophyll. Now, what are the functions of leucoplast? So, leucoplast performs the functions such as storage of materials like starch, oils, and it also stores the protein granules. Since it does not have any color to it, so it cannot do any, you can say, fancy function. So what does it do? It stores. It does the process of storage. Now, talking about the stroma. Now, it is the structure in which many membrane layers are embedded. Just like how cell has cytoplasm, the chloroplast has an enclosed structure, that is stroma. Chloroplasts are also known as semi-autonomous because they contain their own DNA and ribosome. Any doubts up until now, students?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Everything is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you people can note down till here. You can switch off your camera and note down comfortably.
Ma'am, does prokaryotic cells have chromatin?
No, they don't have chromatin. They will see. Basically, what happens is that their genetic material is just lying there in the cell. It has not been organized properly. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm done.
Everyone's done?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll wait.
Done, ma'am.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
No.
Okay, okay. Tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
I'm done.
I'm done.
done.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done.
Done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Ma'am.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
I'm done.
Ma'am.